Whoopsie doozy, hello gotchies and weebs, what's up and welcome back for game 2, Vici Gaming versus IG. Vici Gaming in what looks like the 12-8-8, multiple swings left to right center, and IG, despite having a great start from OP, he was destroying Ori in lane, but in the end it was the one hero which saved the game for Vici Gaming, which was Young 11 on that 4-man RP. He had to die 9 times in 30 minutes for that RP, but it finally happened. And that's what Vici Gaming were counting on. So immediately again, Vici Gaming will first pick up the Winter Weapon, actually picking up the Slaughter as well. Very nicely done. And this is just, Vici Gaming, when you take out these crucial heroes for IG side, which was the Earth Spirit and the Night Stalker, these Baboka heroes. It's not like he had a bad Sanking game. It's just that you usually want to see him like harassing this, causing so much havoc in the lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Mr. Naji, it's Hades, Doda, not Hodor. I'm not Hodor. The only time I hold the door is on a date. Ignore that. Thank you. And back to the game, Undying Ban. Well, something good about his talents. Well, it's something weird. Like, the way he works right now, it's just so good. With the extra damage on, I believe, the Tombstone? Let's take a look. Yeah, Tombstone duration rescaled. The spawn rate increased, but it's more about the decay damage is also increased. Is it? No, it was nerfed just a tiny bit. But the talents where you get a Tombstone on Death, that's actually really strong. The health regen is also pretty good. The talent, if you get to level 20 plus 30 Tombstone zombie damage, the longer it's around, it can really cause so much trouble going on. And alright guys, so here we are in game 2. Just more emphasis in case you guys weren't here earlier on. And that is, right now, this is basically the Chinese qualifier for the MDL minor. It's a $150,000 tournament going on right now, and it's a lot of money. And at the same time, the winner of this will represent the Chinese region at the MDL minor, or at least qualifies for it. So you never know. Alright, so some of the good things about these two teams right now, the panel did mention that IG's Kryptonite is Vici Gaming, and something which I can also see, which the panel was saying back from before game 1, is that IG looked very lost. You could tell there were times IG weren't on the same page. Like you could tell OP, quick dagger, quick deso, didn't want to smoke up. They didn't want to smoke, make some kills happen. And every time they got a kill, it was usually like Lanham or Fenrir dying. And those are not the key kills. Young 11 had a slightly slower blink dagger than he needed, but still very, very slow. And okay, and if you guys are asking about the ticket, well, you see, people nowadays are kind of lazy in applying for a ticket in advance, and you still want the ticket. You want a tournament to be ticketed anyways, otherwise you won't get the official names. So I wouldn't say actually they were being lazy. It's more like it's for viewership purpose that you want to ensure that you get the official team names. Otherwise, you're going to see a bunch of random Chinese names, which by hell I would not be able to pronounce as well.
10 seconds remaining.
I am curious about the first ban Tinker, to be honest, like the first phase ban, especially because Tinker is not a hero which you usually see as a first phase pick. Not usually, but unless you get like OP and a Tinker, I guess it's like a respect ban for him. But IG, they go back into the Sanking Mirana again. That could be pretty good. Alright, so something else as well for Vici Gaming, which could go well with the Slaughter. They can always go back into a classic Lifestealer combo. We might see the Young 11 Magnus again. But IG taking out the Chaos Knight. Alright, so
Invictus Gaming.
One of the good things about the Chaos Knight pick right now, if you guys have noticed, Ice Frog has been slowly buffing him. It's pretty much the same thing like if you guys were paying attention to Zeus, he has to be buffed very slowly at a time. Like one tiny buff over the next, and then realize they finally given a level 25 Imba talent, which basically clears mega creeps with 170 arc lightning damage. Made everything so cheap. I mean, Chaos Knight is one of those heroes in that sense, right? He had like a lot of buffs to his Reality Rift as well, and of course to his passive. Lots of these spells which slowly buff up these fighting heroes, which you don't usually see anymore. So that's why on occasion, like in the C region, you see support Zeus. You still see the occasion of mid Zeus. Like I think for Team Secret, they actually played the support Zeus, if I'm not mistaken. Navi as well. I find that hero hard to understand. It's something which you need to play quite a number of games to properly introduce. Alright, so let's see. Brewmaster pickup for VG Gaming, something good for Young 11 that he can go in. Not so reliant on that RP, but I would say a good Brewmaster is able to start the game really fast as well with the Primal Split. But IG go back into the Scarif Mage, so if you can land a nice arrow into a Scarif Mystic Flare, you're immediately dead. But VG Gaming, there we go. The Chinese Gyrocopter, no surprise. Alright, so you guys were asking about
10 seconds remaining.
I believe someone was talking about gyro. Yeah, so Chinese gyrocopter is something which has gone back for like 2.5 years now, even 3 at this point, I believe. Since TI4, even TI3, it's been around for a very long time. Able to fight. I don't think he even got many buffs. So if I look back at the patch, let's see. Gyrocopter. Yeah, so homing missile got a tiny buff, but you don't even see it being scaled up anyways. And yeah, it basically has no cast point right now. The speed is increased on the missile. Launch delay has been increased, however. So, but talent-wise, I say it's pretty decent. Like, you get 25 damage or 200 health. Extra flat cannon attacks is always great, especially if you're playing the farming build into the crazy wide AoE of DPS. It's something which synergizes extremely well with Coddle or even like a Night Stalker, as long as you have the vision advantage. But now the Sven comes out from IG. Interesting pick that you picked the Sven into Gyro, because the majority of Gyro's early damage is always going to be on magic damage. It's not on physical damage. And one of the reasons you don't see Necro and Venom being picked as, that often anymore, because Necro, the reason why it was so OP in the beginning was because teams didn't, or players in general just didn't understand how to play against it. Like, I was speaking to Freedom at the Major League, it was like 2.5 weeks back, and he was saying it was just that Necro is actually very easy to deal with. Once you know how to play against it, it's actually not that strong. Like, if you guys notice as well, this is a hero which you don't see being picked anymore.
Invictus Gaming's turn to ban.
So yep, huge shout out to you guys in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in here to the Beyond the Summit 2. And this game pretty much decides who goes home and who goes on to play the next round. So if I'm looking at the bracket, the winner of this will play against LFY tomorrow. After this, we still have one more series, which will be Newbie versus VGJ Thunder. See, that's going to be a big series, and you guys want to keep on staying here on this channel for some of the best Chinese Dota we're going to see for a while.
Gaming's turn to pick.
Yeah, I think it takes like a month, more than a month just to apply for a Dota 2 tournament ticket. It's very hard, and judging how, in the industry, like, things are usually a bit last minute. Right, so personally for me, I don't want to be, usually I would like to cast as much Dota as I can, but hopefully we'll be on schedule, and for me I also hope that I get a bit of break to at least catch a meal before the last series of the day. 3 best of 3s in the day. And alright, IG actually, they will pick up the puck this time for OP. I mean, if he was dominating on the TA against the puck, and I want to see what he can do with this hero. But now VG, they're going to get the tables turned. Ori is going to play the TA this time. He's going to be like, here, bro, take a break, let me teach you how to play the TA. Once I get my items, I'm going to show you. But no doubt, at least from the laning phase wise, OP has significantly stronger laning presence compared to Ori. But Ori's decision making mid game is stronger, at least from game 1. That's what I've observed. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I can't really say I favor any of these drafts, but I am, kind of digging the Brewmaster pick. I mean, who doesn't like the Young 11 Brewmaster, right? Just Brewmaster is so good with the Drunken Haze. It's great against Sven as well. It's going to make him miss quite a lot of attacks. Good Thunderclap, and always good to see a good Brewmaster split. I guess I think the Brewlings got actually buffed. No, it's just his talents which were changed, and it's still pretty strong. Like, plus 1500 Primal Split health is pretty big. Plus 15% Drunken Brawler is also pretty good. Makes the right click kind of painful, but the minus 65 seconds at level 25 on the Primal Split cooldown is everything. Alright, so there we are, ladies and gentlemen, gachis and weeps, hide your kids, because game 2 is going to be rough. It's going to be intense. Alright, so if you guys are wondering where Cyclops is, Champ is on BTS 1. If you guys want to watch some C Dota for the Summit C qualifiers, because so don't forget to catch that out if you so desire, or if you want to stay here on this channel and catch some Chinese Dota, enjoy some weird memes with me and occasional memes, feel free to stay on the channel. So alright, they will smoke up. We're going to the Dire side of the map, but on over in the Radiant. So over in the Dire. They will all just 5-man group around this rune. And this is something I've mentioned quite a few times. Like the moment they change the map, the way this works, I mentioned that, you know, now especially when you have the free TP, you can contest the bounty runes. This is gonna encourage a lot of fighting. So it's about who's able to assert dominance. And hello, Pio. Hi. What's up, dude? Hello, hello, my friend from Myanmar. And for, of course, you guys in the chat, and if you guys are, give me a shout out from whichever country you're from on social media. Just give me a poke. I'll definitely respond. I'll do my best to respond. And of course, thank you to all the amazing people who just follow me on Twitter. More follows are always good. I want to try and hit my first 1,000. That'd be pretty good if you guys can help make that happen. But okay, Ori. Yep, it's gonna be just one bounty rune a piece. Usually, I'm surprised you would like the mid laner get both bounty runes. But it's going to be a decent block. Lanham will have a lot to do this game. One of the good things of Corrosive Haze will do quite a fair bit against the Sven. So to a certain extent, you actually have 2 counters for the Sven. Drunken Haze. And of course as well, Corrosive Haze. Which makes the Sven very, very... how would you put it? It just gives him a hard time basically. So Ori opting to go for the Side Blades at level 1, just to right click a bit better. But bottom lane is where the action is at. Maybe just getting some hits out onto Q. Fenrir getting Stormbot hammered up. Baboka still has the Burst Strike with their Arcane Balls. Looks like Fenrir will be giving away first blood to the Gaze God. Young 11 is going to start right clicking away onto Baboka. And actually going to be okay. So, first blood to IG, and that's a pretty good start. Top lane, however, Missile going to XXS. Maybe get the Crush out. Missiles, they need the stun. He's going to leap away under the tier 1, but there's still quite a bit of damage. The bonk damage is not as fun as you would like. Level 1 homing missile though, that's quite fun. Haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of lag. Hopefully it's just a perfect world service. If it continues to lag a bit later on, I will do a quick reconnect. Okay, Stormbot Hammer flies out. Young 11 is dead with the Burrow Strike, and down he goes. Q getting himself a very nice kill. Trying to get a couple of hits there. Oh, why does he have a custom icon? Is this a special set which I'm not aware of? See, it makes the Arcane Bolt looks nicer. But middle lane, 10 and 2 OP. Actually, very close, much closer in the CS wise this time, you know, Ori. As I said, could be one of those revenge games. He's like, pick me the T, I'm going to teach this guy, I'm going to school this guy. Side base damage out into OP. He's taking quite a fair bit of harassment. Still has that tango up. Solanum won't get to his bounty unit as it gets stolen by XXS. Able to arrow the big creep if he needs. With Boka playing around with Fenrir. Caustic Finale is an annoying spell. So he's going to take a bit of damage from the explosion at least. Yeah, Caustic Finale is very annoying. And because of that, the creep wave is actually going to push out. Not too bad. And I have to give credit to OP, he is a very aggressive laner. Some of these Chinese players, they actually learn some of their laning mechanics away from the pros, from the western side. How much emphasis. Plenty of innovators on the western scene if you think about it. Like I believe it was it Miracle who started our sacrifice CS in the first wave for just making sure to assert dominance in the lane. But Ori doing quite a lot of damage. Oh, getting the side blades hit onto OP. That's scary. And just like that, he will be forced to pop that salve. Can't even go into his second nulls because of all these hits from Ori. I mean, even the Chinese side are lagging. And they're the ones in the local scene. So I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm going to try my best with my fiber net. Hopefully it won't lag as much anymore. I can see it's starting to stabilize just a tiny bit. Man, Lanham's just being a pain in the ass to XXS, trying to trade as many hits as he can out. XXS still stuck at level 2, neck to neck with Lanham in terms of EXP. But this mid lane matchup, 19-7 to the... Whew, that's rough. 19-8 to 15-4. Middle lane is very evenly matched. And nothing that the Wyvern can do to really help this Brewmaster, but he's having a great time in this game already because of the Wyvern being there. Level 3.5. He died once, but his CS is very even with the Sven.
Illusion. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You know, illusion runes are not necessarily a bad thing. when you're playing against a TA, purely because you can break the refraction charges, and that's always going to be big. And now the Skyrath and the Sand King rotating in, they are looking to perhaps gank Ori, but he has sensed some of this danger, I think. Because the support's off the map for a while. You know, they haven't seen anything anyone bottom for a bit. They have to play safe. Gosh, I'm hungry. Don't forget, guys, every follow on social media BTS gives me extra chicken rice. An occasional KFC, but now here comes the Ancient Seal and the Burrow Strike as well, but the win. Oh, nice cold embrace. Arrow connects into the Brewmaster, however, he's still going to be fine. 17 1 charges, and this is where they'll turn around for Baboka if they can, which they should be able to. They have the Crush. Yep, and there we go. They get a nice turnaround. Beautiful cold embrace from Fenrir. And now you can see why this hero is so good. And he will salve up. They can actually go for more. VG Gaming trying to assert dominance in this lane. They're bringing 4 heroes to the bottom lane, which allows the Gyrocopter to start pushing out the wave. New Mirana TP to the bottom. Brewmaster, once again, they're trying the same strat, but they just can't kill this guy. Arrow connects again. 17 1 charges. He's going to be okay. Drunken Haze, not enough damage. They can turn around. Level 2 Thunderclap. Be careful. Crush is going to land only onto the Sven. He tried for the double onto Baboka, but Lanham actually looks like he may just end up paying for it with his life. Ori actually getting the solo kill into OP. Crush onto the Sand King. Fenrir trying to run away from this. Has the Cold Embrace once more. Young Levin of the 17 1 charges coming in. Baboka, okay, they get the arrow and Fenrir will finally die, but looks like Gaze is going to end up getting spanked down by Young 11 with that big stick. And Lennon will also pay for his sins, 2 for 1. Both his supports dying, but you get the carry kill, and Young 11 survives through all of this. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm calling hashtag worth it right there.
Radiant's top tower.
But the gold swing does favor the supports, at least on Invictus Gaming side for a tiny bit, and the offlaner. The Gyrocopter, however, getting absolute free farm. Uses himself, and Gaze can't really find a place to call his own. Paparazzi has doubled his CS, and that is a clear indicator of how this game is going. He's actually gone for a level 3 rocket. Very unusual build, but he's emphasized so much on laning presence, and very little that this Sven can even do. Bonk again, look at that. Slowly chipping him down. Piece by piece. Causing some chinks in the armor, but there's Lanham. Nice Stormbot Hammer, but the range up absorbed the damage. The TP's coming in from the Skyrath Mage as well, so they can't really turn this around. But they will get quite a healthy bit of tier 1 damage out. It is within the deny range, and they are looking for it, looking for the creep wave. Would they go for the tower deny? They are looking to try and bait this perhaps. Here comes Mirana and Baboka with the flank. In the arrow, Slaughter will end up dying here. And now they can safely get that tower deny. You know, Ori, who did get the solo kill into OP earlier on, like I said, wants to school him.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Going right there for the Arctic Burn onto the Mirana. Doesn't have level 6 yet into the Brewmaster just yet, so he can't afford to dive this tower just yet. Interesting that he didn't go for the Arcane Boots or the bottle, so he does have mana issues. But Wyvern is there as well. They still have 1 leap. Drunken Haze. Nice shot. It's going to do quite a bit of damage. They don't really want to commit for this, or do they? Never mind, they will turn around for that. Gyrocopter waiting inside under the tier 1 tower, so he's still going to be okay. But TA is going to clear himself some lovely stacks. Triple Ancient Camp. And we look at the net worth. Well, no surprise that VG Gaming's core is all the way on top. They like it on top. Very different compared to the IG game back in game 1, where IG actually had the advantage from the laning phase. And Puck is struggling very hard. Arctic Burn again. See that percentage damage slowly ticking him down. Whew. That's a level 2 Arctic Burn, by the way. And top lane, they already used the call down here from Paparazzi, so dodging that. They could think about committing onto the Gyro, who is level 8 however, with no Rocket Barrage, has the Fairy Fire and some 1 charges. But over the bottom lane, they really want to commit for XXS. They know he has 1 more leap. Drunken Haze to slow him down. Lanham has a Crush. If they can just chase him down, Crush, they will still get the stun. Nicely done. But now, okay, looks like a TP's coming in. Here comes the Burrow Strike. Brewmaster has a Primal Split. They can think about fighting this if they want to.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Primal Split's going to be used. Baboka They had a sentry there. Great timing, so bait it in, and they will start to siege for this tier 1 tower. If I'm not mistaken, Brewlings do extra siege damage as well. And Ori having great free farm in the middle lane. Who did he catch? He just went to Cyclone a creep. Alright, so 5-4, but despite having 1 kill advantage on the kill score, VG Gaming maintained a 4,000 gold advantage. And they're having a great time. Lanham's still not yet level 6, but he will slowly build up to it. Looks like we will see a smoke movement coming up from IG Gaming. They want to try and turn things around. But what they do not know is that the gyrocopter's in the vicinity right now, level 9. If they can quickly nuke him down, yes they can. Concussive shot, Ancient Seal. No range with the bow strike. So Paparazzi actually breaking that smoke. It's going to be a wasted commitment here from IG. And VG will be very happy with this as they will finally take themselves a tier 1 tower, it looks like. And Primal splits off cooldown in a minute. Perhaps they could think about turning around for the TA, but even then, that's a very hard kill. 2,000 gold, looking for the Burrow Strike. Ori, what are you doing? Burrow Strike, the TP's coming in. Very nice movement, but Ori is actually okay. They're going to get the crush onto the Sanking. He should be down here. Melt Strike, 1, 2. Mati. Alright, so Paparazzi going to get himself a tier 1 tower bottom lane, and they will start to push for the tier 1 tower. Drunken Haze onto OP. Very hard hero to kill, but it's okay. Old 11 has the Primal split off in a bit. Oh, getting the crush. They used the coil for this. They want to kill Lanham. But here comes Paparazzi, call on, homing missile flying out, and it looks like XXS will be dead. Bonking him. Need the thunderclap. They don't have detection. They don't have detection. What? Oh, not like this. If they can overcommit on the Brewmaster, they still can fight this. Even 2v4. Arrow flying into the next game. League of Legends is that way. And alright, they do get one, maybe. Actually, no, they won't find anything. XXS just outside the radius of the call down. And while all of this was happening, Fenrir was over in the bottom lane. Finally gets level 6. Going for splinter shots for a bit of harassment, but he's okay with this. And he can afford arcane boots. I mean, speaking of which, did you guys see the League of Legends opening ceremony? Now that was sick. Oh, only the Earth Brilliant gets some siege damage. Okay, that's good. Alright, so the gold graph continues to fly in favor of VG Gaming, and this is why in China, instead, carry, they said Tiny Fei, which means bring you fly. Direct translation means bring you to fly. Okay, Brewmaster now has a blink dagger. That's a huge item for initiation. Arrow, just to take the bounty rune. He doesn't want to save him. My goal. Baby Rage, my bounty. Burning in 2017 feels bad, man. Never forget, legends never die. Paparazzi is so fat. Mask of Madness, Yasha on the way, but the Deso now up into the TA. This is big. This is why it's like a player preference thing, I feel like, or what he feels like. With enough damage, he can actually two-shot some of these very squishy heroes. For example, like the Scarif Mage. If the puck doesn't have the phase shift, he's definitely going to melt to Ori.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
XXS waiting inside the trees. TP out. Fenrir
Radiant are scanning.
playing around with XXS, but they do TP to the middle lane. Do they think about smoke? Yes, they do. They want to make something happen with the Young 11 Blink Dagger participating, and this is perhaps the thing which they were looking for. If they can find the top and just cut off this Fen, but actually going straight into the Roche Pit with the Corrosive Haze. What a good call, giving Ori the Aegis like this. This is going to be rough. They're going to lose the Aegis like that for free. And IG have no idea what's going on, and even if they do, they will not be able to make it in time to contest or even think about stealing the Aegis. And Ori, this big boy, now halfway to a Blink Dagger, trying to match OP in his timings. And Gaze still trying to build into his Blink Dagger as well. He's catching up. Usually as a Sven, you want to treat this like an alchemist, where you have the inbuilt battlefield. You want to be farming, or not say you want to be farming. You want to be having the farming advantage specifically. Ori pops the psionic trap, thinking about going to gaze. Young 11 with the prime. Oh, nice thunderclap. Can he get the stun? Yes, they will cancel Sven's TP. Cyclone up into the air. What lovely micro from Young 11. Come back to Earth. Accept your fate. Ooh, the melt strike. Double kill for Ori. Big boy. He's already matching OP's timings on the Blink Dagger and Death, so he's gonna get a 300 gold. In middle lane, they still don't have an answer for this Gyrocopter. VG Gaming are looking much stronger in this game too. Perhaps these guys are warmed up now. Arctic Burn onto Baboka. They have a sentry there. And of course with the homing missile. Bonk. With the call down as well. And the rocket barrage. Pew pew pew. And unlike the stormtroopers in Star Wars, Paparazzi does not miss. One more homing missile climbing up onto Q. Can they chase him down? Concussive shot won't be able to do anything, and with the missile they'll just right click him down. Nice job, Young 11 tanking the arrow for his teammate so that he can make sure Paparazzi gets the kill. So double for Paparazzi, he even gets the killing spree as well. And like that, the net worth 8,000 gold advantage. VG Gaming are well on their way to claiming another tier 2 tower at 15 minutes in. Arctic Burn to mess around with OP. Fail, thunderclap to the backline, doesn't even have the primal split, but they don't care, do they? Flat cannon just to take care of the creep wave, and they will even take the tier 2 for absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, Sven still trying to build up to that Blink Dagger. Won't find any luck with it, and Lanham 200 gold from his Blink Dagger as well. So 16 minutes in, VG Gaming are just running away with the game right now. 10,000 advantage, EXP and net worth. Using the Drunken Haze onto the cart, making sure that he can't get too much siege damage out. Gyro Sancho Yasha Mask of Madness is 16 minutes in.
Where's my pension?
Wow. Baboka, what are you doing, Baboka? Baboka? Hello? With the missile. Pew pew, and Ori even getting a solo quick off at the side on Q. Ancient Seal not gonna save you. The Cyclone up in the air. They found the Sven. Puck will not be able to save his teammate. And brought down to a sandwich by the entirety of VG Gaming. And 3 heroes dead. IG are falling apart. I mean, if you're OP, you're probably a bit tilted. Ori and Lanham, this will be more than enough to melt any hero which comes their way. Yep, they want to jump right here immediately. Oh, 1, 2, 3, face shift. Bang. OP. Man, this is Ori, man. He's just schooling OP right now. He's like, so what if you won me in the laning phase the last game? I'll take revenge on you. That's a good confidence boost. Oh, Traveler stun by quick Ancient Seal. The Mystic Flare is going to be there catching Slaughter just at the very tip. But Ori makes quick work of Q. And looks like Lanham was to end up dying. The Stormbot Hammer's going to be there. Paparazzi going for perhaps... No, we're going for the missile instead. They can actually go for the tier 3 tower here. They have the creep wave on the way and they don't have a primal split. But it will be enough with what they have. 13,000 advantage, 17 minutes in. Sven finally has a Blink Dagger, but he needs one hell of a game. One hell of a Stormbot Hammer. They need the wombo combos to land the biggest team fight. Next big item coming up will be the Orchid from Ori. He's going to play it exactly like OP. This is some confidence, and he's still looking for the picks with the double damage rune. One. Half the HP of OP. One more hit. Oh no. They pop the Aegis here. They want to try and kill him off, but the rest of the team is on the way. The Aegis just expired. This could be a disaster for TA. The Mystic Flare. 1,200 gold going the way of Q. What? Oh my god. He just fed away so much gold. Arrow's going to fly. And that's where IG, they may have just found themselves a big opening to come back into this game. What the heck were you doing, Q? I mean, OP, what the... Ori, what the hell were you doing? Looking for the crush, won't find Baboka. So this game just proving that even Chinese players can throw. This game is rough.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, if you think about it, right, guys? Star Wars hype, perhaps? I don't know. Anybody in chat, by the way, from Kuching in Malaysia, East Malaysia? We'll be going there on the 22nd for the Sugar Bun Cup. I understand Sugar Bun has some great fried chicken. We'll be on Jollibee's level, we shall see. Oh, they found the puck blinking away. Nope, didn't know where he was. Call down, lol! Alright. OP. Oh, they found him. Winter's Curse as well to break the TP. Did you want to TP out? Dodging it, the Rocket Rush and the Crush. Paparazzi finds himself a tasty puck kill. Goodbye, Fairy Dragon. I don't want to say this game is over, but this could actually be a huge comeback if they can just hold the high ground. BKB needs to be built up into the Sven. All the big items. Just like that, Lanham smoked up with Old 11 and Ori and Fenrir. Looks like they will quickly nuke down a poor Q. They just need the corrosive haze. 1-2. They don't even care about him. Yeah, Mystic Flare. Okay, throw it out. No one cares. XX says you're about to fall him into the grave. The corrosive haze as well. Gets a bash. And Ori still gets the kill anyways. He doesn't actually care. He's just trolling around this game. He's like, I have to increase the difficulty level of this game, guys. I just have to. Otherwise, it's not fair. I have to make this seem like a good game. So 17-9, VG Gaming, and I said they were running away. Now they're just on a spaceship flying into the next patch at this rate. Feels bad, man, Baboka. This is not the way I pictured you to be. You deserve better than this. But Ori will have... What he... Okay, he completed his BKB. It's on the courier. Same for the gyrocopter as well. So double BKBs up. They just wait for the next Roshan up in 1 minute. And then they can just push for the high ground. Even take the top tier 2 if they so desire.
Radiant are scanning.
But if you're IG up, this is the timing to make something happen. But they don't know about the BKBs. They need to be the ones to initiate into VG. They need to catch them off guard. Nuke down one of the cores before they keep going.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Double damage.
Alright, who are they gonna go? Going on the Lanham. Burrow Strike with the Ancient Seal. Not the target they wanted, but they will take the Lanham kill anyways. And just like that, they should be able to scout out that right now Paparazzi actually has his BKB. And they will lose the tier 1 tower at the bottom lane, going the way of Invictus Gaming. Going straight for that tower, and actually Baboka taking care of Fenrir, but Baboka's gonna pay for his life. Scarf Mage stunned up as well, double kill going the way of VG Gaming. 2 for 2 trade, very nice trades using the Brewlings. They want to go straight to the bottom lane trying to find XXS who does leap away. That was a double damage and God Strength being used for the tower. They get the tier 2 as well. So IG still finding themselves some extra time in this game. One of the big things right now for IG is that they just found themselves quite a bit of gold into their economy, which means that they can get the BKB up on the Sven. This game is not entirely over just yet, purely because how hard it is to break high ground. But with Roshan now available, this is the next key objective. And so using the TA, they will follow. Alright, so the corrosive phase and all this damage up on a very painful Templar Assassin. Orbin to scout the Roshan Temp. This is where they need to make up the mind. The Sven does not have a BKB just yet. Gonna try and clear his next creep wave. The big priority right now is not the Aegis, but more about completing the BKB. He's afraid to get caught out though. just like that, Sven will have to TP out. Doesn't have a TP for 14 seconds. This could be detrimental. They can push the high ground and he still wouldn't be able to make it back in the nick of time. But hey, looks like they're going for pickoffs, perhaps. Taking care of the ward instead. So looks like he does make it out. Yep, now he will have his BKB after this creep wave. Oh, looking for the crush initiation onto XXS. Very close call. But XXS, as the offlane Mirana, really can't do much. Arrow, miss again. Homing missile to follow as well. He actually went back for the Solar Crest just to try and amp up Sven's damage. But VG Gaming will take this tier 3 tower for free. Over in the back line, looks like they have found 2 heroes. Winter's Curse being used. Scarif Mage to go into the grave. The call down will bring down the Scarif Mage. Mystic Flare is going to completely miss. And now looking for the Sand King as well, with the missile will also fly, well, into the enemy base. It's still flying. Bonk. But they still have the tools to break the high ground. Paparazzi has the cheese as well. And the Aegis on Ori. Alright, so trying to push the high ground right now. Can they do it? I think they should be able to. But who will they jump? Looking to the slaughter. They could think about jumping Baboka, but the Psyblade damage brings him down to half HP. Ori's just going straight for the tier 3 tower. Using, okay, dodging it. Nice, beautiful double crush from Lanham. Call down is to follow as well. Homing missile going to land to XXS, but no more follow-up, and they're just testing the waters, popping the BKB preemptively. Ori going to start chipping away into the melee barracks, using the flat cannon, use up into the air, onto the gyrocopter, but it's okay. Popping that BKB, he's going to just get that damage out. Actually, almost brings that XXS. And just like that, they take a lane of racks, they can easily back out together, still holding the Aegis and the cheese. So VG Gaming, take what they want, take all the objectives they need, and they can proceed to take up the shrine. Their shrine isn't up yet, not for another 20 seconds.
Clean water.
But beautiful crush out there from Lanham. Just like that, shrine will be up. Happy, happy boys, happy, happy team. So with 17,000 net worth advantage, what do you do? Do you even think about jumping? They're very close to each other, but Lanham has an Invis rune. They're still moving in. Look at the bait. He's totally baiting right now. Looking for the crush. No, he actually missed the crush. He missed the blink, but they'll find Baboka instead. Now the crush comes out, and okay, down goes Puck. Popping the primal spit. Baboka will get ending up slaughtered by this TA. Lanham still on the hunt. Gonna find a chase after OP. But no, they cyclone someone up into the air. They will find Q. Alright, Q. It was nice knowing you, dude. It was nice knowing you. Paparazzi 7-0-3. And they can go for more. They can actually proceed to siege. But it looks like they found the cyclone up into the air. Crush is going to be off the mark. But it's okay. Ori says hello. Miss actually. But they will take the range racks. They will actually even go for the tier 3 bottom lane. They can tank this. Old 11 has enough. And they do this quick enough. Orchid onto Ori. VG Gaming about to take this 2-0. Which means I get to eat dinner. Thank you, chat, for making this possible. Now I'm going for the mega creeps. They will even use the smoke just for fun. But this is where they need to make the big plays. This will be the last big team fight right here. Gaze God. Barrel Strike coming in for the epicenter combo. Flying in right now. Where's it going to land on? But no, the BKBs! Baboka! Mystic Flare. They can kill the... Yep, they will kill the Brewmaster. Gaze God. They will actually end up getting a right click down. They pop the cheese. All is dead, all is gone. Gone are the hopes of IG of making it to the MDL minor. And OP would just get shredded apart by Ori one more time. Ori called it from the beginning. Ori schooling OP. 2-0. Great game coming out here from VG Gaming. And this is more convincing. And now I know why the panel said, you know, VG Gaming is the kryptonite to IG. So gone are the IG's days of dominance where the Baboka show was constantly being run. But you can see it right there from the graph. Ori and Paparazzi, both cores having beautiful games. And Paparazzi, in the end, that lovely bowl haircut brings him up to a above average gyrocopter game. Puck in the TA when the match has been swapped around. Ori not showing his lovely face just yet, unless you guys go back to the Chinese introduction on the ceremony and watch the team intro. But great game, great game. Draft-wise, it was just very hard. Like, Baboka couldn't accomplish as much as he would like as a pause 4. It's just very hard. But alright guys, that was game 2. If you enjoyed the cars, if you have any feedback for me, show some love so I can get some chicken rice from BTS. And that'll be on social media, on Facebook or Twitter, at Hades.tv. I'll see you guys for our last series of the day. Here for the DPL playoffs. The fight and the journey continues for that qualifying slot at the MDL Minor for this $150,000 tournament. As well, our next series, if you guys are not sure who's coming up next, it will be VGJ Thunder versus Newbie. It's going to be a great series. I can't wait. I'll see you guys soon.